I am Stu. I've just entered Universal Studios Japan. I've got no express tickets and I'm heading straight to Super Nintendo World because you don't need timed entry. It's opened early, if that makes sense. But I can't seem to reserve anything on there. And obviously I can't stop to ask anybody just yet. I'm risking not getting in. Oh, a guy just counted. I just heard a clicker go. Good morning. I just heard a clicker. Someone was actually clicking people in. So does that mean I'm in? I'm not through the tube yet. I did a half marathon last year, but since then I've eaten a lot of Japanese food. I did try and stop and ask, but it's just costing me too much time. I can ask when we're inside the world, maybe. Morning. But look at this. We're actually going in, we're getting in. I'm happy. It's the major thing here that I wanted to see, to be fair. That is a good way to enter a land, isn't it? Right, I'm in. Yoshi looks like it's got no queue whatsoever. Do I go and get on that first? There's loads of empty cars going. I might do, you know. I haven't got a power, the band or anything. I'm not really interested in interactive stuff. I'm more than happy to watch someone else pay through the nose. Money. I'm happy to watch other people. It is very cool. It is very cool. This is the big boy one as well. Apparently the one in California is quite small. Oh, that's great. Even as a single rider, I'm going to go in the main queue for the difference of. Thank you. The difference of 5 minutes. I'm going to go in the main queue, I think, just because it's more of a guarantee for those 5 minutes. Oh, this is N64. Just want to jump into one of these paintings. My childhood was pretty much the N64. Once it's stopped in the queue, I'll have another look on the app, see if I can get anything to work. I was trying to get my point across about the fact that has it gone live yet? But I was struggling a little bit to get that point across to the staff. Toad, my fave. Me and my little brother used to fight over who got to be Toad in Mario Kart. This is what I mean about we need to sack off all the traditional stuff at Disney. The queue's moving as well, it doesn't stay still. Very limited numbers of express coming through, I think, at the moment. Being so early, which means the main queue will move even faster. Coming here first does mean that flight at the Hippogriff later, that a coaster that I need to get a tick for, that's going to be a grim queue line. He's not got a single ride or anything, so. But I'm making that sacrifice for spending the morning in here. I'm just so glad. And again, it's thanks to that Facebook group. I would never have known that I'd probably arrived at 9 to get in at 9:30, by which point I'd have been really confused of how everything was so busy. So yeah, shout out to it. It's called the Universal Studios Japan Abroad Holiday Trip Planning or something like that. I'll try, if I remember, I'll put a link in the description down below. It really, it's done me a solid. I've just literally seen the person in front of me on their phone using the app, and they have options I don't have. I've tried removing my ticket and adding my ticket back on again to the Universal system. Still nothing. So when I come off this ride, I'm going to have to go and seek someone to see if I can, because you can also use that to reserve, I think, standby lines for just other rides, which obviously now I'm in the queue, I'm going to miss out on. But I'm pretty sure he had options that I didn't have on his screen. This is an amazing queue line. And also, we are shifting. I haven't stopped actually walking, actually, come to think of it. I've been playing around on my phone for a minute, trying to get the app to work. Oh, it's... Obviously, I go to a lot of themed areas. Harry Potter. I'm not really interested in Harry Potter in the sense of I don't enjoy Harry Potter very much. Obviously, Star Wars and the Disney stuff, and all the Disney stuff is all like, you know, Snow White and all that sort of stuff. But this is 100% hitting all the nostalgia stuff. Thank you. Oh wow, look at this. Thank you. Oh my god, what's going on here? Right. How do I even put these on? So these are, it's like augmented reality. So it's half real, half not. Wow, the graphics are very old. Oh, those graphics are quite good, but it's gonna mess my hair up, but oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, it's a bit tight. Oh, so you actually get them and then click them in? That seems like an odd decision to give the general public to do just before they're getting onto a ride. You can barely get onto the ride most days. Also, there's no... Luke to aim. I've just checked the app whilst in here very quickly. 8:13. I've refreshed the app and it now lets me pick a time. But the return time is 9 AM anyway, so I'm not going to do that. Because I'm still really in here probably. Also, just sheer scale of this indoor queue line, let alone the actual ride. Don't know how long the ride's gonna be. I have watched the POV, but I was told that it's very much one you need to do to really like understand, like, if that makes sense, because of the whole augmented reality stuff. Number 4, this one. Oh my god. Right, I'm going to put you away. I'll see you when I get off. The single rider queue as well looks very small, so I'm going to jump in that and I have 2 goes, I think. So it's an 80 anyway, or 45 for single rider, but single riders seem very short, unless there's a bit that I'm not seeing. We'll go down to Yoshi and do Yoshi. Yoshi? Yeah, it's currently 8:30 now, and I can still get a reservation to come in for 10 AM. So it is going down, it's going through the hours. It says 40 minutes. Hi. Hi. It's 40 minutes, but I'm going to have to do it just because, again, it's got to do everything over here. It looks like it's possible to reserve just normal rides, but then that hasn't updated yet to allow for that. So maybe they only do that on certain days, but it's just not obvious. I'd quite like to come back in at night. I have this thing about seeing theme parks at night, like areas. I'd like to come back here at night. So I'm going to try my best to try and wait and get another entry pass for about, I don't know, 5 o'clock. Sunset's about 5 o'clock at the minute, or 4:30. Not particularly to go on the ride again, but I'll talk about more about the ride when I come off this one. I'll talk about them both together. So on the app, there's 3 different types. There's the Area Reserve, which is what for Super Nintendo World. There's Reserve and Ride, which I can make selections for. That's mostly for the kids area. In fact, it's 4 rides in the kids area, like really small rides. And there's a middle one called Standby for Attraction Reservations, and that's the one where nothing has gone live at all. I've checked the USJ website. It gives me instructions on how to reserve stuff on there, but again, does that only go live at 9:30 and the park's meant to open? Because again, the park is not meant to open for another hour, and you already can reserve, and I'd be amazed if it lasted for an hour. You already can reserve up to 11 a.m. now on the app. So it's already up to 11 a.m. and it's 8:30. Look at that glamorous queue line. Look how far that goes. That literally goes to a different time zone. Glad I'm not waiting in that. I've literally just learned. I thought Spider-Man's got a very long queue for first thing, and it's the final day today. It's actually closing today. So that's probably drawn a lot of people over to that, which isn't a bad thing, because I've been on Spider-Man several times elsewhere. So if I don't get on that today, it's at the end of the world, because I imagine that queue will only get bigger towards the end of the day. So 8:45, and the timed entry is now at 2 p.m. That's the latest time you can book for. Just one, yeah. Thank you. And this is a parent swap queue, by the looks of things. Looks like we're quite close to the front, to be fair. How's that? What, that's 15 minutes? Oh, here we go. That took 17 minutes. It was advertised 14. It's an omni-mover though, isn't it? They just eat people. They're great. Also, why do you have a red Yoshi? Oh, is this an accessible car? I think it is. It's got a door on the back. I love that. That's great. Very odd choice that they just went for 2 seats per thing. It's nice, but like, at least put 4 in there. I will say this, you know, this lap bar had to come down a long way. Oh, you can see the line there. I know I'm not the skinniest, but for a slow moving, I thought this would be like a little lap bar thing. Right, Yoshi's done it. Yoshi's very, very small. I did like a short ride. I'm going to have a quick look around. We're not going to spend too long in here, because obviously I want to get on some other stuff before the main drag come in. But it is by far, probably, for me personally, this is better than Star Wars. Like, yes, it's nowhere near as immersive. Of course, it's not. But the nostalgia for me, Star Wars means nothing to me. I don't particularly like Star Wars. Just standing here and looking at this view, looking up. I mean, look at the movement you have. You've got the shell there at the top. This isn't, I mean, this is showing about the scrim there. I mean, why is this not open? Anything will make a killing down here. Regarding Mario Kart, Cooper's Challenge, I mean, the shop is heaving. It's very clever. It's the best, like having that augmented reality and everyone's playing their own game. That's very clever. However, if I've got a steering wheel and I'm turning left and right and I'm not moving left and right, that feels a bit odd. I just think it'd been better as a dark ride without the glasses are very clever. To put on, they're actually magnetic, so they just like kind of clip on. They're pretty good actually. But yeah, the theme in there, next time I go on it, I'd take off my glasses and just see the dark ride elements, I think. I was just button mashing, just pressing anything. It's quite, again, it does track, like with a shoot over there, it will shoot, but I didn't understand why I was doing that. You're moving it incredibly slow pace. My favourite bit was the Rainbow Road bit. That was a great bit, I really like that. And again, it's mostly nostalgia. That's what you're paying for. We're taken back into a world of nostalgia. It's busy in here, it's not overcrowded, but when Donkey Kong opens, which I think is through a big gate through there, a few people guarding it in a minute. When that opens, it'll add a little bit of capacity, granted, but it's going to make it heaving, surely, because that new roller coaster looks absolutely brilliant. They're currently building it in Florida at the moment. It looks brilliant. The idea behind it's brilliant. I must be the only one walking out of Super Nintendo Land. However, like, if I get to go back in later and I manage to grab it, because the pass is still available, if I manage to grab one for later, 4 PM-ish, then great. And I'll have a single rider on the Mario Kart again.